Guys, I never did get out here to do a garden video this summer. I think I maybe did a couple planting ones, but we had a good garden year. We got, there are some things I would have done differently if I had the time, but overall it was a great year. We got lots of peppers that I started from seed, which was probably the most exciting part of the gardening year. But I'm just going to show you around real quick before I start tearing out some of the dead plants. Well, actually I did start a little bit. Just kind of show you the general garden. There are a ton of weeds, but that is kind of usually how it looks like at the end of the year. Just because we're so busy, I don't get to keep up with weeds all the time. So, but we still got a lot of food out of the garden. Okay, so this is kind of a eagle eye view of the garden, but you can't really see the back part very much. But in these two rows, I had peppers and marigolds and parsley. I had tomatoes and tomatillos here that have kind of died off. And then I tried to do 2 rows of like beets and carrots and lettuce, but those just got kind of overtaken by the weeds really quickly. And then half of the side of the bed we did sweet corn. We did, oh, I'm blanking on the name right now, but it's one of the ultra sweet corns and it's really good. So that did well. We did 2 plantings of that spaced a month apart. So I did mid-May and then mid-June, and that worked out great for the spacing. So we got a frost last night, so we covered the peppers. They still got a little bit of kind of a burn at the top, and this one you can tell is kind of starting to rot. But yeah, I have bell peppers, I have jalapeno peppers. These are jalapenos. I'm not sure if they'll really ripen that much more this year or not. And then tomatillos that I could still pick up. The last batch I picked I did not get to yet, so I'm really not sure if they are still good or not. These are some peppers that I was really happy with. I just picked some yesterday, so there aren't too many red ones on them. These are kimchi peppers, and I got the seeds off Etsy probably 6 years ago and have saved seeds, and I started these ones from saved seeds from I think last year or 2 years ago. So we have some traps out here because when we went on vacation, a groundhog moved in, and we've also gotten some bunnies out here. Something was kind of climbing up our corn and eating it this year. Like the ears of corn, it just kind of like started eating from the top down. So I was thinking maybe the groundhogs or possibly rats. Unfortunately, that's a possibility, but this is my hugelkultur bed, and it just got destroyed by the groundhogs, but it did really well considering the groundhogs. These are bunching onions, I think, from, sorry for my cough, I can't remember, and I just started using them, and they're really good. You can kind of see the groundhog dug up, some weeds. The Swiss chard is looking really good. I need to pick some of that. And because it will tolerate frost, but like hard freezes it has a hard time with that. And over here I have kale and parsley, and I love tabbouleh, so I was really hoping for a lot of parsley this year. And groundhogs also really like parsley. So they chopped it back, but now it's kind of growing and sending up new growth and stuff, so that's good. And the kale, I need to harvest some kale to freeze. And then this part of the garden is crazy right now, but I have 4 raised beds that you can barely see and 2 arches. And then I have our big bean arch in the back. This left side has, and then these are some raised beds that are just tomatoes that kind of got too crazy. In this bed I have mint, lemongrass, some flowers. The lemongrass is really looking nice. In this bed, I tried to do cucumbers and stuff, and they did not have a good year. So really there's not much left in this bed except celery way down at the end. And there's some tomatoes hiding here. But one of the reasons I wanted to do this video is that even if your garden's not pretty, it can still produce a lot of food. And I think most people's garden, you know, you have your ideal version, but life happens and it kind of ends up being how it is. There's still some pretty butterfly bush. And I'll go through here. These flowers were amazing this year. I was able to, I bought these. I bought some butterfly bush and some zinnias and some other flowers. And they just did amazing. They're kind of dying back now, but I was able to make a lot of bouquets for some friends, and I'm really liking the flowers. I didn't used to like the flowers that much, but we also have some milkweed out here. This is pokeweed, which is not edible, it's poisonous. I would have pulled that out if I had done that earlier. This bed is completely full of weeds, but also I guess some tomatillos that popped up. Some volunteers, like you can kind of see down here in the bottom. This is where I had my garlic, so I harvested it, I think it was beginning of July maybe. It did really well, and I was going to replant this bed, but I didn't get to it. But stuff still grows anyway. This bed, I didn't plant this half, but I did plant beans all along the trellis, and they did really, really well, and it was really fun picking those beans. I think I have some pictures I can put in. I have some parsley. The basil gets affected by the frost like right away, so that died. I have some peppers that I covered, some more tomatoes. I have some cabbages over here that I can pick. These ones are little, but they look nice. I really like the late cabbage, like cabbage that takes a long time to mature, just because I feel like this time of year, like beginning of October, mid-October is when I really start having more time to like get stuff preserved and stuff. So this is the beans. There's still a couple beans on there. But I think because of a building project that we did that kind of blocks off some of the view of our driveway, I think I'm going to turn this part of the garden more into perennial plants. So I already have asparagus, which I need to weed because you can kind of see the hogweed all growing up. 2 beds of asparagus, and then I have 1 bed of part asparagus, part strawberries. And then I may turn this into a hardy kiwi arbor. I already have some kiwis growing here, if they have survived. Which I'm not sure. I actually haven't checked to see if they survived this year. Oh yeah, they have. Here's one. So it's actually doing pretty well. Yeah, so I think eventually I will turn this into a hardy kiwi arbor and maybe push the annual part of the garden further down that way. So it was a good garden year. We got some beans, dilly beans. We got cabbage. This bed did not do great. I thought maybe planting it kind of in the shade, because this is the southern side of this arch, would help some of the colder crops do better. But they, like the broccoli, got kind of like that fungus, that black fungus, and I don't know, they just didn't do that great. So and the Brussels sprouts, I could probably put some of that bacteria stuff on to get the cabbage worms off, because it's just they're really getting eaten up. But maybe with the cooler weather coming, I mean, there are some good ones in here. The cabbage worms will have a harder time. I don't know. But yeah, these cabbages just really didn't do well. I had some cabbages in the garden that were huge. They were probably 1.5 feet across. So they liked the other spot that I had them in, definitely not this spot. Oh, I hope you guys like this quick fall garden tour. It's messy, it's weedy, it is, but it was still a fun year, and We got lots of food for our family, and it was fun. So yeah, just showing you real life what a messy fall garden is like. And I hope you guys had a great gardening season. Please like and subscribe if you like this type of video. Bye.